Station RP in Management Dipolog City magpahigayon og libreng panag-inambitay sa pulong sa Ginoo. Dialogo sa kamaturan. Among giawag tanang magawali sa naglain-laing relihiyon sa pagtambong ning maong programa. Dialogo sa kamaturan. Aron mapabati sa tanang katawhan ang inyong matag baruganan sumala sa kamaturan alang sa hingpit nga kaluwasan ug kinabuhing walay katapusan. Dialogo sa kamaturan.
Ang dialogo sa kamaturan ninyong mabati matag alas 3 ngadto sa alas 5 sa hapon adlong Domingo.
RPN Radio Philippines Network DXKD Dipolog Radio Roda Member kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas. Kini ang RPN DXKD Radio Roda 1053 kHz.
Katungod sa publiko nga masayod sa tinuod nga paghitabo sa palibot may kalabot na ang pagpadagan sa mga buhatang lokal ug nasyonal. Masayod sa gihimo sa mga gitahasan nga magdumala sa rinda sa atong mga gamanan.
Tungod nini nataw kining tulumanon. Sayri ang Lungsod. Sayri ang Lungsod. Gidalit kaninyo ni Sibiana RPN DXKD Dipolog. Sayri ang Lungsod.
Dinhi inyo madungog ang paghimay sa mga nag-unang isyu o gisgutan may kalabot na sa katilingban. Sayri ang Lungsod.
Mga problema, reklamo sa komunidad nga gustong ipabot sa mga hintungdang opisina o namunuan. Sayri ang Lungsod.
Inyong madungog dinhi lamang sa inyong gisaligang RPN DXKD Radio Roda Dipolog 1053 sa dial sa inyong mga radyo. Sayri ang Lungsod.
Makita usab sa inyong official Facebook page sa RPN DXKD Dipolog, YouTube o Twitter. Please subscribe, like, share, and follow. Sayri ang Lungsod.
Ginumala ng inyong mga alagad. Dennis Garay, ang tingog sa Batakang Filipino.
O magtutudlo, tugaok sa kabuntagon anchorman, Mr. Tugaok Lindo Roda, ang buktong sunoy sa kahanginan. Sayri ang Lungsod.
O karon ani ang inyong mga alagad.
Dahil mga higala, may nasab nga buntag ka natong tanan atong mga suking tig paminaw ning Sibian ang RPN DXKD Radio Roda Dipolog. Adlaw karong Domingo sa 5 ning bulan sa Setyembre. Ani nasab kini atong programang Sayri ang Lungsod. So pagkarong ang Domingo ha. Ato yun ning gitagana sa atong mga personahe sa GSIS Dipolog. O ato yung giimbitar mismo ang ato ang General Manager nga si Sir Leoncito is Manuel, no? Kauban usab nato ang ato ang station manager. Good morning, Sir Dennis.
Good morning.
Sa di pa ta mo padayon ato nang hatagan og pasiunang pakikinabi atong bisita karon. Sir, good morning, Sir Manager.
Maayong buntag sa tanan. Good morning, Sir Dennis and Sir Lindo. Isang maginhawang umaga sa lahat ng nakikinig ngayon, lalong-lalo na sa ating over 35,000 active members and 6,000 pensioners all over the provinces of Misamis Occidental and Zamboanga del Norte. I would like to take this opportunity to thank also the 131 remitting agencies under Dipolog branch offices. More than half of these are DepEd offices, and isang maginhawang at mapayapang umaga sa lahat po, no? I hope everyone is safe and healthy. Kaya't we have a lot to talk about today, no? This is my 4th attempt and finally we are here. Maraming salamat for the patience, Sir Lindo and Sir Dennis. Finally, naanagid ko diri and we will get to talk about GSIS and many more. So, maayong buntag sa tanan.
So, kining atong programa inyo sab nga mabati sa G53 kHz sa dial sa inyong mga radyo diyan sa AM band. Ug usab live stream kita. Pinagi na sa atong official Facebook page ang RPN DXKD Dipolog. At sa ato ang Twitter o sa YouTube. So ato day gidasig atong mga suking tigpaminaw ug nakapaminaw karon sa ilahang mga tagsa-tagsa ka mga transistor radio ug ingon man diha sa ato ang Facebook live nga pwede kamong mupadangat sa inyong mga pangutana aron usab matubag sa ato ang manager atong bisita diha na sa GSIS Dipolog. So karong Domingo good manager, akong unang pangutana diha kanimo makasabot ra man pud ka Bisaya, no?
Yes.
So, akong unang pangutana ning nasinati nato karong pandemya, unsa may mga kabag-uhan nga gipatuman sa buhatan sa GSIS Dipolog?
Okay. Meron actually I prepared 5 kanang lista, I mean things to discuss today, and COVID happens to be the second on my list. So if I may, no,
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
we start with the sinasabi naming mga pinakabagong ginhawa, GSIS ginhawa programs. Ito yung mga loan programs na that were launched during the pandemic, no? Kasama na rin siya sa sinasabi naming COVID programs, but unang-una kasi na may consider namin na ginhawa program ng GSIS na na-launch during the last part of 2020 ay itong multi-purpose loan program. Ito ay isang loan program that has replaced our Conso loan program, no? Meron tayong mga problema because in terms of kanang granting of loans, no? Na-meet naman natin yung quota. So ngayon we are focusing on the collection. So marami tayong naging issue on collections, but these are manageable, no? Considering na we granted 2 moratoriums last year. Itong moratorium ay covered 6 months, no? So members and even pensioners availed of the moratorium kung saan they were not deducted of their monthly amortizations. So more or less half of the year. So when we resume, no, sa collection of their payments, doon na tayo medyo nagkaroon ng problema. But this is something to do with the system, no? Computer systems in collecting the loan amortizations.
Katong moratorium, ako maputol sir. Katong moratorium sir nga gi-grant nga sa balig duha ka bulan,
6 siya tanan.
6 months
6.
sa atong last year nga atong kuan. Nahimo to siyang arrears pagkakaron. Or di ba dahil mo inat lang ang term sa pag-loan?
Ato na i-explain maayo karon, no? Based sa kanang issued advisory ng ating Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, hindi talaga siya maituturing na arrears, but that we have to collect that meron siyang accrued interest for that period. So only the principal interest and the amount are to be collected, but hindi na siya pwedeng i-charge an another interest. So yung monthly amortization for 1 month, kanang say for March man may nag-umpisa, March, April, May, June, tapos ang second moratorium was for November and December, totaling to 6 months, no? Amo na siya i-kolekta either one time upon resumption in January, or pwede nila na siya i-spread out throughout the remaining part of the term of the loan. So ang mangyayari yan, example, ang akong loan, muhuman na unta mo bayad to this month, September, but because I have decided, kasi meron man silang option not to avail, but I have decided to avail of the 6 months moratorium, ang akong loan, mahimo siya, ma-extend siya ng another 6 months. So another 6 months, so kung September, madagdagan lang ma-extend lang until March next year. So kana ang effects ng moratorium. Dili na mainteresan ng
additional interest.
So ma-extend lang siya og so at that time nagkaroon tayo ng medyo konting confusion among our members because ang system was not ready at that time, no?
Correct.
So when they checked their records online, either through our kiosk, I think most majority of the members have seen a kiosk. It looks like an ATM machine, no? But it doesn't dispense cash. Pero touch screen na siya, no? And then we also have the electronic GSIS members online. That is through internet. They will be able to view their records. Nakita nila na may arrears na lumalabas. Now, yun ang actually represent the payments under moratorium.
Oh.
Pero naayos na po yan in June this year or even earlier. Kasi mamaya ano ko rin i-discuss ko rin about meron din kaming partnership with Meralco Bayad Center to address itong problema natin, yung mga because of the lockdown resulting to travel restrictions. Yung mga gustong magbayad, hindi it's not easy for them to pay their loans, no? So other than paying it through the banks, like we also have a partnership with Land Bank and Development Bank of the Philippines, nakipag partner din kami with Meralco. So at the moment we have 13 accredited bayad centers kung saan pwede sila magbayad ng kanilang loan, no? Payments. These are either could be yung underpayment or no payment, no? They have pwede silang options to pay. So going back dun sa mga moratorium natin, no? Meron din tayo at the start, no, at the onset of yung hindi kaagad na put in place yung sistema. Members who are or agents who have remitted their payments even before signifying their availment requested for refund. So nag-refund kami, pero yung mga agency na hindi pa nag-remit sa amin but have signified to request for the refund, and I think DepEd is one of them. Ang April and May nila ay marirefund nila sa kanilang mga respective division offices, no? But yung mga nai-remit na sa amin, kami na po ang magre-refund sa kanila, no? Ito naman yung sabi ko sa inyo na ni-replace namin ng console loan at saka multipurpose loan. Ang ideal scenario dito, dapat kung nag-apply kayo ng multipurpose loan, dapat ma-stop na yung amortization or deduction of your console loan. Kasi actually, ni-replace niya lang. So, meron tayong mga cases wherein hindi ka agad-agad na didakan. And so, no, as early as June this year, we have been meeting with the Assistant Regional Director of the Department of Education in the person of Dr. Pedro Melchor Natividad, or Sir Pete, together with his team doon sa Regional Payroll Services Unit and the 3 division offices of Dapitan, Dipolog, and Zamboanga del Norte to discuss about itong system na ito and para ma-address yung lahat ng mga issues and concerns. So we have been doing that for 4 months already. We have met more than 4 kasi there are times na we have to meet twice or thrice in a month kasi to present and discuss the issues and concerns, no? Hopefully this month, no, we will be able to invite the new regional director of DepEd in the person of Ma'am Ruth L. Fuentes. So she would also be aware, no, kung yung mga concerns about DepEd when it comes to their GSIS membership, no?
Okay, kanini ang nag-refund mo itong ang mga nakasulod na sa inyo, ha. Na ay mga panahon nga overpayment ang hitabo kay sa record sa GSIS fully paid na. Pero still ning reflect pa sa payslip sa teachers nga deducted pa ang teachers atong example na ay console loan. Impas na moabot pag mga 2 to 3 months ay pa ma-stop.
Okay.
So ingon ana nga senaryo ang GSIS mo refund?
Kasi yes, kasi ang system natin ngayon doesn't anymore accept kung fully paid na siya. So there is no way na we can still post the amount to an account that is already fully paid. So ang mangyayari, pwede ang member mag-request the excess amount to be applied sa iyang lain nga loan, or pwede i-refund na lang niya dun sa kanilang
Agency.
sa agency. Kasi meron ang system ngayon detects kung meron pang bayad or wala na, no? Pero ang kasi ganito yan, no? Every month pag mag-loan ng isang member, example, ako lang, I am a new member and I had applied for a loan payable in 2 years. So, ang system namin automatically generates a billing next tomorrow, Monday, every Monday, for all those loans granted from Monday to Sunday. So, amo na siya i-forward sa billing sa RPSU. Example, if it is DepEd, for the guidance of DepEd kung kailan magsimula at magtapos yung bayad. No? Now, in addition to that, every month, mo send pud me og billing through our electronic billing and collection system. No?
To the agencies concerned.
To all agencies concerned. We have a special billing made for DepEd kasi unique din kasi ang DepEd because of the volume, no, ang aming members. So yung meron silang mga employee number, division number and station number, which sa amin hindi ginagamit. So ang system namin is generic, like what is applicable sa tanan, na sa tanan nga ahensya. Although sabi ko nga ang DepEd natin ay forms more than half of the membership of GSIS. However, meron din tayong mga ibang agencies to consider. So ang ginawang system is a generic. So except for DepEd na we also have to parang conform to their system. Meron kaming specially designed na bill for them. So in addition to the weekly notice to deduct, meron kaming bill din, monthly bill, kung saan nakalagay doon kailan mag-umpisa ang bayad at kailan magtatapos. Now for whatever reason, no, sa say nalawop si member, no, na on leave without pay. So syempre pag naglawop on leave without pay, why sweldo? Or mga scenarios like usually nag-asawa ang babae nga member, unya hindi kaagad na change status. So ang bayad sa among record is for the maiden kanang maiden name pa siya. Hindi namin maipost kasi bago na ang name niya. So itong mga scenarios are part of what we call the reconciling items. So mare-reconcile pa rin yan, pero ang hinahabol natin, ang goal natin, ang objective natin ngayon is to be able to respond, no, on time, like ma-update na agad-agad, no, the soonest time, para ang bayad for this person dapat sa kanya papasok agad, no. Hindi naman nawawala, no. Wala talagang nawawala mga bayad. Nandyan lang siya. Only it requires for further verification. Example, ikaw, na mo kang Professor 1, no? The following month, you were promoted to Professor 2. Or kung sa DepEd, Teacher 2 to Teacher 3. So, the following month, you were promoted to Teacher 3. So, imong sweldo medyo tumaas. Nagbayad ka ng corresponding na amount, equivalent to a Teacher 3 na position. So sa among record, Teacher 2 pa ka. So kung magbayad ka ng more than, it will result to a reconciling item. Kay nga naman sa among record diri, Teacher 2 pa man ka. Hindi namin maipost yung bago mong salary. Kung maglo-loan ka at today, you will only be given a loanable amount corresponding to your Teacher 2 na salary. Kaya wala pa man may gi-inform. That is why monthly also, we conduct a forum with the AAOs. Itong AAOs are our super na mga partners in GSIS. They are even more powerful than I am in my capacity as branch manager, because hindi nga ako authorized to change the data of anyone, no? Kung ikaw ay working in a DepEd, si Ma'am Helen yan lang ang pwede, or si Ma'am Maya ang pwede lang makapag-update sa record mo. From Teacher 1 to Teacher 2, hindi ako. No?
So, sa DepEd, example, kung DepEd, ang division jud ang mag-update sa record sa kwan.
Yes.
Not necessarily nga katong tao nga na-promote.
Yes, kasi ang arrangement namin with DepEd is, we have even discussed this during mga remand coms with the former regional director, si Ma'am Isabelita Bores. Hello sa lahat ng ating mga kaibigang Superintendent, si Ma'am Lisa, si Ma'am Jean Galoso of Osamis, si Sir June Bats. Congratulations sa 4th virtual stakeholders meeting, and thank you for the award, Sir June Bats. Si Sir Romy of Dapitan. Good morning, Sir Romy. Babatiin ko muna lahat
Yes,
mga
go ahead.
sa under ko. Si Sir Ray Manuel of DepEd Oroquieta. We also have Sir Agus Sepe of DepEd Tanggup. Regional Director RD Sir Art of Miss Region 10, no? A good friend of mine. And then we also have Mr. Edwin Maribohok of DepEd Misamis Occidental Division. So to all of the 6 division offices, superintendent, maayong buntag sa tanan, no? So going back to doon sa aming meetings with them, ang arrangement namin, as soon as the superintendent signs the appointment or the promotion ba, or you call it notice of step increment, notice of salary adjustment, dapat i-report ka agad yan sa amin, no? So kunyari kayo naging teacher 3 kayo tomorrow or today, pag pirma ni
Superintendent,
ni Ma'am Lisa, i-report ka agad sa GSIS para ma-update ka agad sa
kasi
amin.
may instances din pag submit ng mga papilis sa civil service, meron minsan hindi in-approve na civil
Pinag-usapan
service.
namin yan, but there are only so few lang talaga. And
correct.
the reason might be just parang ano lang, trivial, compliance, ano lang, certain compliance lang with a particular requirement. Pero
W
maayos
based
lang natin. Kasi meron man yata ang mga DepEd, meron yan sila mga ranking system wherein hindi basta-basta makapasok, no? Kung hindi, although we have also cases like mga appointments where disapproved, pero in the 90s pa, no, that resulted to forfeiture kay kanang impersonation ang iyang kanang eligibility, the question because somebody took the exam on behalf of her. Meron tayo dyan, pero very few, mga 2 or 3 cases lang talaga. But for the recent kaning mga atong mga bagong generation karon na mga teachers, wala na akong natatanggap or naririnig na may mga ganong klase pa. So, ganon yun, sir, no? In our meetings with the superintendents, ang arrangement talaga namin, right after they sign the appointments of their teachers and even non-teachers, their personnel, dapat this should be right away, immediately reported to us para naman ma-reflect kaagad sa ating database, no? And then yun lang. Ang next challenge dyan is yung sa pagbayad nila ng mga premiums, no? The contributions, no? May konting very unique din ang system ng DepEd, no? Although DepEd ang pag-uusapan lang natin, although yung mga ibang agencies wala silang ganitong klaseng system, but for DepEd meron silang sinasabing integration. Na narinig nyo ba yan?
Salary integration.
Oo, kasi nandun pa sa regional office.
On process pa.
O may processing pa yan, and it will take a little while, no, bago ma-incorporate siya.
Kapag newly hired, aabot pa yan ng kulang-kulang 2 taon.
Pero
natural vacancy, yun, 6 months.
Yun din ang yun din ang naging concern namin because should something happen to that member, meron din tayong mga obligations. No? May obligations tayo, like kung may contingency, no? like namatay o na-aksidente, and hindi pa pala na-report sa amin, hindi pa siya member, so meron tayong mga responsibilidad dyan. No? May mga penalties, no? Like kalahati ng matatanggap due to the member should be shouldered by the agency. So, kaya nga, ang challenge talaga dyan, yun na, magsimula dapat doon sa pagpirma ng appointment, dapat mai-report na sa amin para, kasi at ang ating mga teachers, especially the new ones, they are assigned sa mga far-flung areas, high risk in terms of kanang, di ba, minsan nakahabal-habal lang yan magpunta, no, yun ang mga possible na mangyayari sa kanila. So, ang ano natin talaga is for this mga newly hired teachers or mga newly appointed teachers na ma-report talaga kaagad sa amin. But these are being discussed na by that group. In fact, nag-attend talagang ating mga division
ang problema
officers.
dyan, hindi pa although yung may salary na yung teacher na newly hired, hindi pa na-integrate yung one. Ano ba, tatanggap ba ang GSIS over-the-counter payment or sa agency? So, ganun. Kasi separate yung process yung kuha nila ng sahod.
For premiums, no, or contributions natin, unlike sa SSS na counterpart natin, no, we do not accept kanang mga over the counter na payment of contributions, no. It has really to be coursed through the the agency, kasi meron man tayong employers share, no. Ang atong mga empleyado or mga members na asya'y tinatawag natin personal share, which is computed at 9% of his salary, and then ang employer share is computed at 12% of the salary. So sabay-sabay dapat ito nire-remit sa amin.
So dapat yung
every month.
agency, nagdididak man din sila ng sa pagbigay nila ng sweldo, nagdididak man sila ng share ng member, contribution ng member, dapat ma-remit nila yon
on time.
regardless o na-integrate na ba yung teacher si employer as employee or not. Kaya
Yes.
dapat may record na sa GSIS ganun.
Yes, dapat ideally kasi hearing from the side of mga teachers din, sabi nila minsan they have to borrow money just so they can start their life, their career sa DepEd, like they have to spend so much daw. So mangungutang sila. So minsan diyan nag-umpisa yung sinasabi nating kalbaryo nila, no? And nalalaman namin yan sa aming conduct of financial literacy, because monthly we also do conduct financial literacy seminar para to educate, no? And to give them mga all the information that they need for them to be able to make better and informed decisions based sa ilang financial resources. So kasama din namin yan. So ang aming financial literacy seminar is being conducted monthly, and it is not only for those who will be availing of GPAL. Magandang usapan din natin itong GPAL. Which is our bestseller actually. Ang ating Dipolog branch office at the moment is number 1 in terms of granting of GPAL loans nationwide. And that is already for a record of 3 years, no? In 2018 we were number 1, in 2019 nasa top 10 tayo, 2019 and today we are number 1, no? Napaka well, I would like to put it this way, no? Sabi nila marami daw talaga
Maraming pala utang
dito. But let us look at the brighter, no, side, no. Marami tayong natulungan.
Correct.
Kasi itong buyout loan program natin na ito, it save, no, yung the lives of our members from the high interest bearing rates ng ating PLIs. Ang ano talaga namin, it's a one time na loan, and ang intention really is to make them parang financially free or parang to increase ba, no? They're capable, more capable. Kasi ang resulting effect nito is it will increase their net take home pay, no? Kay amo man i-buy out tong ilang mga PLIs, and then ang aming loan, ang aming GPAL is usually at a lower rate siya, no, compared sa PLIs, and we have a longer period of kanang payment term. So kaya nga hindi ito magiging bestseller kung walang nakikinabang nito.
Correct.
And so we share, no, we share the success, no, kaning success sa ilapod sa atong mga DepEd and sa atong mga media partners like you, na I think hindi naman kayo, I think alam nyo naman na ang intention of GSIS hindi lang to make money, because for one, no, ang GSIS is one of the only, we have that record, no, GSIS is one of the only 2 government agencies who have a total assets of over 1 trillion. So sa ato pa, hindi na tayo billionaire, no? We are now a trillionaire, and that is as early as 2019. Ang total assets ng ating GSIS is 1.3 trillion as of today. So we share that success sa lahat ng mga stakeholders ng GSIS. No, the other government agency in the bureaucracy that has a total assets of over 1 trillion is Land Bank. So sa buong bureaucrasya po, sa buong Pilipinas po, dalawa lang yung government agencies na merong more than 1 trillion. No? So just imagine, trillion. Ang isa ang GSIS and the other one is Land Bank of the Philippines.
Another question, sir, yung bang mag-reloan na si empleyado, tapos meron siyang arrears, makikita doon sa record na arrears. It's either, of course, deducted na yun sa payroll niya, it's either the agency has the fault nga hindi na remit, or sometimes kasi meron din sa GSIS na hindi pa na-post.
Yes.
So, then the advice is, para mawala yung arrears, i-restructure mo, mag-reloan ka, ganun. So, in the side of sa mga employee, madidak man yun sa loanable amount niya, magiging principal yon.
Yes.
So, bababa yung net loan niya. So, yun ang nakikita natin, ang problema sa arrears. Even ako, may experience ako dyan na umabot ng almost 50,000. So, yun, na-reconcile man din yun, pero kung mahirap kasi, kung pupunta ka ni agency, sabihin, na-remit na, nadidak na. Kung pupunta ka sa GSIS, dalhin mo yung payslip mo, sabihan mo si agency na i-remit nila kasi nagbayad naman pala.
Sila. Okay.
So, ano bang reaction mo dyan, sir?
Sige. Bago ko sagutin yan, Sir Lindo, no? Itatapos ko lang yung report natin on total assets, no?
Sige, sir.
So with the over 1 trillion total assets that GSIS has as of the moment, we also take pride, no, to announce to all our stakeholders that GSIS has an actuarial life of 32 years. So ibig sabihin yan, for those who will be retiring due to receive their benefits for the next 32 years or until 2053, no? 2053, sila po ay assured that GSIS has enough money to pay all the obligations that become due. So, yun ay isang, I think, accomplishment for this administration, which we would like also to challenge ang ating mga bagong henerasyon of government employees. That for them also to take care of the fund like what the former or the current government employees are doing, no? And how do we take care of the fund? Number one is to ensure that their premiums are deducted from their salaries and these are remitted to us on time. Tapos second na yung loan obligations na dapat binabayaran din sa atin sa GSIS kasi kasama din siya sa ating investment, no? During the administration of President Duterte,
Yun.
there was an instruction that the amount of investment in terms of loans for members be increased. So you have noticed na marami kaming loan portfolios under this administration because ang intention really is to help, no? In fact, meron pa tayong mga upcoming mga loan programs which I think we will be launched before the year ends and which I would like to request if ever meron na be invited again para sa launching of those loan programs. So ito yon, and finally yung third pillar, what we call yung sa three important personalities of the GSIS is for GSIS to also make an parang to effectively use the money of GSIS, no? Kasi from the collections of all premiums and loan payments, doon natin ginagamit para mag-invest, no? And then out of the investment sa kita, doon natin na kinukuha para sa pagbayad ng mga benepisyo sa members. So So yun ang flow. As of today, no, we are happy and proud to announce to everyone that GSI has an actuarial life or yung abilidad ng organisasyon para magbayad ng lahat ng mga utang niya or even yung future for the next 32 years, no? So kunyari ako ay magre-retire next month or 2 years from now, ako po ay assured no? Na meron talaga ako matatanggap until, pero yung sa mga bago, yun din ang challenge sa kanila, that they should also do the same to at least to maintain or much better kung ma-exceed, no, ma-sustain or ma-extend yung actuarial life. So going back doon sa ating mga actually ano yan, that's a perennial, no, yan ang ating mga part also of our financial literacy seminar, no. Ako, I am also a product of GSIS mga loans, no. I remember when I was studying college, no, my first course, my mother would also get loans from GSIS. Usually kapag mag-umpisa ang klase, so nakita ko naglo-loan siya. She even applied for a study now pay later pero hindi yata na-approve kasi I do not know, baka kulang. So meron siyang tinatawag na usually naka-program yan ating mga loans like on our birthdays, we apply for a loan, on Christmas, or enrollment, or graduation. So, ganito yan. Part of our personal management, individual management, is to monitor our loans. No? So, dapat ikaw, no, it's a personal obligation. Tinitingnan mo kung may bayad talaga ang loan mo. So kung ikaw ay maglo-loan sa December kasi that is your usual na kanang loanable, I mean date that you get the loan, as early as September, you start already checking your account. And then anyway, we provide tentative computations para makita kung talagang arrears. So, gagamitin yan, hindi, kaya nga, except, no, kung, no, like, you really need the money today or tomorrow, so it will now be a question whether you are willing to take the risk of being deducted this amount, or kung meron ka pang luxury of time to wait na ma-reconcile pa lahat. Because kami at our end, sir, that's for everyone to know, we really do not have limits of the number of times you request for reconciliation. As long as there are mga items for reconciliation, we are welcome, no, to process or to entertain mga request, no. Wala tayong sinasabi one time lang talaga, ito na, no more, no less. Wala. Basta meron talagang points or items for reconciliation, we do welcome. So in that case, no, ang gina-advise namin is huwag muna siya mag-loan until na ma-reconcile na lahat ng mga records, no.
Basta pag nakita niyang may arrears yan,
oo, hindi ka agad-agad
huwag na muna mag-loan.
Huwag na mag-loan, no. Kasi medyo ang system namin ngayon is kapag nag-loan ka, meron kasi siyang mga sinasabi nating, kasi you sign the tentative computation, and that means kung may mga bayad na supposed to be hindi nadidakan, it will be applied as to your principal. Kunyari, sir, example, classic example, kailangan ko talaga ng pera ngayon, September, and then nadidakan na pala ako sa aking opisina, no? Example, October, September. Today is September 5, no? September 5. Pero hindi pa nag-remit si agency. Magre-remit siya sa 10th day pa naman. So ngayon, ito ang tanong ko sa iyo. Are you willing to wait until your August remittance is
papasok,
is posted to your account, or I mean August payment is remitted to us and posted to your account, or you refund sa agency which hindi na nila gagawin kasi ang sasabihin nila may cheque na ito, usual ano na lang, awaiting na lang pirma ni ito, pirma nito, ito. So, ikaw na ngayon magde-decide, makapaghintay ba ako? Or kung hindi na, now kung hindi ka na makapaghintay, yung bayad mo for August will be applied dun sa principal. So anyway, diminishing balance man ang ating mga loan, so dun siya mapupunta.
Hindi pa rin mawala.
Hindi yan mawawala.
Oo.
Now, if you are willing to wait, well, that's well and good, no? So, sabihin, ang agency namin ay magre-remit sa 10. So, you give also us a minimum of 24 hours. Kasi ang cycle, no, of the posting usually takes 1 day. Kaya, pag remit nyo, pupunta yan sa account ng agency. Now, if you are part of an organization like DepEd, like it involves thousands. Itong ating DepEd Zamboanga del Norte has more or less 10,000 members. So, pag bayad niyan, hindi yan at an hour
automatic,
or in minutes mapupunta sa 10,000 na members. So, one day, for that payment to post sa individual accounts of the members. So, kung 10 siya nag-remit, pwede siya mag-loan on the 12 or 13, no? To allow also us to post the payments to their individual accounts. And then, but yun na nga, it will now be a question on how on the, yun sabihin na natin, on the needs, the timeliness, no? I mean,
the necessity.
Kailangan nyo talaga gamitin yung pera, no? So, yun lang. So, but do not worry, no? Walang mangyayaring nandyan lang lahat ang mga bayad natin. Hindi yan nawawala, no? May mga system. So, ang advice namin sa kanila is to record their loans. To record their loans as much as possible. Wala naman, I think 90% sa ating mga government members naman ay meron mga loans. And I think it applies to non-government workers, no? Kasi kasama na yan sa culture ng mga Pilipino. And we also have good reasons naman for loans, no? In fact, in our study, we also cited, we conducted a survey, and among the reasons, no, na top reasons for availment of loans are the following. Pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. Diba? We all know, no, the value of good education. And so we've sent our children to the best schools, no? Kasi for those like us, no, na hindi man tayo sinuwerte talaga sa buhay, I think the only thing na pwede natin ipagmalaki is yung sending our children to the best school. And so we spend, so I mean, we take all the sinasabi nating opportunities para ipaaral natin ang ating mga anak sa mga magagandang universities. So yan ang isang reason sa mga top reasons. And then meron din tayo yung pagpapagamot, no? Kaya nga, especially these days, no, na medyo ang pandemic, it's too costly to get sick. So, yung iba naman, yung mga sinasabi natin mga bad debts, no, mga walang kwentang loan, no. Maglo-loan just to buy a new cellphone na
wala namang pinatuhan.
Yun kasama siya sa ating financial literacy program. Okay. So, ang payo ko dyan, sir, no, do not worry about where your money will go, where it went, no. Ang unang gagawin ni sir or ni ma'am is to coordinate muna sa kanilang accounting. Ma'am, kompleto po ba ang pag-remit nyo sa GSIS from this period to this period? Tapos, kung kompleto na, pag-check niya sa aming record, bakit meron itong arrears? Na it could be, itong sabi ko kanina, itong 6 months na ito, lumalabas siya na arrears, when in fact, hindi siya arrears, but these are payments that are supposed to be what we call the moratorium payment.
Kasi sa nakita ko dito, sir, disadvantage ito, yun yung paggamit ng kiosk kasi merong talagang pumupunta from third district, pupunta lang dito kasi dito lang tayo pwede mag-loan. May mga kiosk tayo sa GSIS, hindi na pumuntas ng agency kung i-check kung wala bang arrears, tapos pindot lang doon, mayroon pala akong malon. Hindi man nakalagay doon sa kiosk na may arrears, mag-reflect doon. Kasi doon man yun sa yung financial kwan niyo sa
Sa statement,
makikita
sa statement.
proposed amount nga kwan.
Okay. So ganito 'yan. Tama kayo sir no. If they will right away, I mean look at the mga digital namin na mga facilities like EGSS MO, kiosk, wala kasing mag-explain sa kanila ng the way I explain to all of them. But they can always write us no through email gsis.dipolog@gsis.gov.ph to inquire lang. Pwede sila mag-request for reconciliation, clarification para we can check the accounts and give explanation or clarification, answers to her questions. So ang ating GSS Dipolog at gss.gov is open man. Plus we are launching this month, meron kaming mobile apps which we call the GSIS Touch, no? Pwede ba natin ipa-flash yan sa ating ano? Can you come nearer? Ito ba? Ito po. Ito yung GSIS Touch natin. Ito po yung mobile app, no? Ito po yung ilo-launch anytime this month. Through these mobile apps, ang ating mga members, pwede po ito i-download through an Android phone or an iOS phone. And through this application, they can even apply for a loan, no? Tapos kung meron silang insurance with GSIS, mobile insurance, motor vehicle insurance, no? Kung in case of kanang claim, pwede nila i-report kaagad, no, na may nangyari sa kanilang sasakyan. So we are giving more avenues sa ating mga members. Tama yan. Very good. Oo. So ito reflects also the records in our database. Kung ano nandyan, yan din ang sa amin. Now, it is important for our members and pensioners to know that yung mga records namin naman I mean the data that are found in our database sa computer are based on our existing records, no? There are cases na wala kaming records, and so we request for mga documents, no? Which we call yung mga primary evidence and secondary evidence. Ang primary evidence natin usually when it comes to payments, ito yung mga official receipts, agency remittance. Yung secondary, itong pwedeng mga payslip, ano pa ba, yung anong tawag doon, yung mga payroll, yun ang mga secondary. So, but don't worry, pero for those who will be retiring soon or maglo-loan lang, yun ang pinaka-immediate, no? Yung mga as early as mga 2 or 3 months from the date of the availment of a loan or from retirement, they can already request for reconciliation of their accounts.
So text messages there, sir, no? Good morning, sir. Teacher ko sindangan asko na apabajipal o top up sa December pohon. Salamat. Then pwede na ba daw sulod sa JSIS para magbayad sa window. Sa di pa na nimo tubagon, sir. Arestas pikas lawak lang sa atong mga mahinungdanon. Studio tikitawi.
Anong gagawin natin? Off muna tayo. Picture mo muna kami. Kunyari nagtutok kami. Wala si manager. Anong gagawin natin ngayon? Pupunta tayo sa kabila? Picture lang tayo. Pwede. Okay. May RPN dito. Ano? Here. Okay.
ang lungsod. Sayri ang lungsod.
Quincentenary Faith Rewind.
Ferdinand Magellan was a staunch Catholic. Chronicler Antonio Pigafetta noted that Magellan came not only for the orders of King Charles I of Spain, but also for the propagation of the Christian faith.
KBP marks 500 years of Christianity and visitation.
Nining panahon sa pandemic, may akong panghinaot nga kitang tanan malikay unta sa pagtakod nining gikadukan natong virus, apil na ang variant. Padayon ang atong pag-ampo o pag-amping. God bless.
Ang maong mensahe hatod kaninyo ni Honorable Praxides P. Robia, City Councilor of Dipolog City, Chairman Committee on Appropriation and Finance, Chair Committee on Energy, Transportation and Communication, nga nagpahimangno kanatong tanan nga niining panahon sa COVID-19 pandemic, hinaot nga atong sundon ang mga gipatumang basic health protocols sama sa paghugas kanunay sa atong mga kamot nga mogamit og sabon, pagsulob og face mask og face shields ug pag-obserbar sa social distancing nga usa ka metros gikan sa atong isig katawo kun ana man kita sa mga tigom o panagtapok. Ato unta usab nga idugang niining tanan ang kinasingkasi nga pag-ampo og pagsalik sa Dios. Kining panghinaot gipalanog kanato ni Bro Praxi Robia, ang usa sa atong kugihan nga konsehal ning Dakbayan sa Dipolog.
Kung noon, napapasuko sa mga pagsubok, ngayon, iba na. Ivana Alawi po. May tibay ng loob harapin ang mga hamon sa buhay. May tibay ng loob. Tibay, tanduay. Harapin ang mga pagsubok ng may tibay ng loob. Tibay, tanduay. Drink responsibly.
Taytayan sa paglaom. Taytayan sa paglaom. Mga higala, kumusta? Ani ana ang tulumanon. Taytayan sa paglaom. Maghatod sa mga balita, hisgutanan ug pagpangumusta. Matag adlaw Sabado gikan alas 10 hangtod alas 12 ang takna sa kaudtuhon. Taytayan sa paglaom. Taytayan sa paglaom.
Sayri ang lungsod. Sayri ang lungsod.
So salamat kayo sa itong mga kaigsunan nga nagpadangat sa ilang pangutana. Atong kauban gapon ang ato ang manager sa GSIS Dipolog, si Sir Lungsod Manuel. Sir, balik ka sir. So ako patubang nimo tong pangutana nga nakakuan sa to ang atong gidyaan ganiha. Kaya tanang advertisement kung makasulod na ba sa GSIS ug may transaksyon para magbayad sa window o katuntuang maabot pa ba ang GPAL? Taman pa ba lapas sa December?
Uunahin ko, no? Yung GPAL natin has been extended 3 times already. Ang atong GPAL was first launched in 2018 and it was exclusively para sa atong mga DepEd personnel. But after a year, no? Ang atong mga non-DepEd, particularly mga LGUs, mga mayors, requested, ingon nila nga, kami po naapon may mga utang sa mga PLIs. So, at nakita namin, hindi lang mga private lending institutions, kahit sa mga land bank. In fact, nagba-buyout po tao ka ng mga loans sa land bank, sa DVP, mga government lending institutions. So, in July of 2019, amo ni i-open sa tanan. And then, napansin na mo, kaning mga borrowers, mubalik sila. Kaya nga naman, naa sila yung mga utang na hindi reflected sa payroll. And so we provided yung sinasabi nating top up. Amo i-process para sila magbayad in under their name in cash sa kanilang mga loans na mga not reflected in the payroll. So and last December amo din ito gi-enhance na po para katong mga elective officials, mga naamon po nag-request ka ng mga mayors. Sabi nila, kami rin, meron din kaming utang sa mga PLIs. Bakit hindi nyo kami sinasama sa GPAL? And so last December, our Board of Trustees approved the coverage, no? O this loan be also offered sa atong mga
LGUs,
mayors, elective officials, and even non-permanent members. So, sa karon, extended siya until December 2021. So, pwede pa humabol si ma'am. No? Now, saan siya pwede magbayad ng loan? Sa ato sindangan, meron tayong land bank, meron din tayong bayad center dyan, no? Pwede lang niya yan mahanap sa ating website. And then, about coming to the office, no? Sa karon, no, atong GSS Dipolog branch is under renovation. Kasabi ko lang sa inyo, in fact, I am very much thankful sa atong mga empleyado sa GSIS. Kasama ko dyan si Attorney Belen James Limbago, aking division chief, and the other division chief si Miss Jinky Andag, together with the rest of the division Dipolog branch office, na lumipat kami from first floor to second and third floor. Sa karon, hindi pwedeng pumasok ang first floor kasi yun ang ginagawa ng ating mga contractor. So, we encourage everyone to apply online, no? Or you call us, but we have mga transactions that cannot be done online, like pagkuha nila sa ilang UMID card. Hirap man, kailangan talaga sa amin pag-picture, UMID card enrollment, kanang pagbayad na punta diha. Ang appear, pwede man nimo kasi ang atong appear, ang reason why we are doing this is because we would like to protect the pension fund, no? Much as we are enjoying, sabi ko nga 32 years ang atong actuarial life, ibig sabihin kayang-kaya, may perang GSIS to pay all its obligations, pero nagkakaroon din tayo ng pension overpayment, and that affects the pension fund. Paano ba nagkaka-pension overpayment? Pag namatay na, dapat sana kung wala nang surviving spouse, stop na. And then, pag nag-remarry, no? Ang sabi sa batas, pag nag-remarry or even mag-cohabit, no, ang isang member or pensioner, dapat ginasuspend na rin natin ang pagbayad ng pensyon. So, kasama yan sa monitoring namin, kaya ang tawag namin dyan, mag-appear para hindi mag-disappear ang kanilang mga pensyon. No? And they do that every month. Pero, because of the pandemic, ang ginagawa, hindi, ang kami na, we are the one reaching them out through Facebook, through video calls, and all the social media platforms, para ma-validate lang kung buhay pa si pensioner or hindi. Now, going back sa atong contactless na filing claims, pwede naman po nila i-submit through our transaction Dropbox, na atay Dropbox sa gawas, na po tay kanang pwede po nila ipadala through courier, no? LPC, unsa pa ba? Kanang any available courier in their area, or pwede naman sila pumunta sa office lang. Pero as much as possible, kasi just for you to come to GSIS to submit your application, parang wala ka namang masyadong ibang gagawin kasi i-evaluate pa kasi yun eh. So, mas maganda kung through online lang nila isa-submit, no? But for GPAL, ang ruling niyan ng aming COA is we require the original documents, no? Kasi meron tayong third party involved dyan. Like mga non-GSIS members, like we have the East-West, we have the First Rural Bank, we have mga PLIs, no? That are not GSIS members or stakeholders. So we require, the COA instructs that we require the original documents. And then,
so sir, yung kuan. So sa GPAL sir, yung top up, magkano ba yung maximum amount na ma-avail ng isang member?
So, ang maximum pa rin ang binibigay ng GSIS is 500,000, no? So, minsan, kung nyari ang utang ng isang member na iba-buy out natin sa, kunyari sa land bank, nakita ko may 100,000 na iba-buy out. So, yung 100,000, idaan niya sa buyout, which we call GPAL. So, meron pa siyang naiwan ng 400,000, which pwede niya i-loan under the GPAL top-up option. Yung 100,000, diretso namin babayaran sa land bank. Pupuntahan namin, ibibigay namin yung cheque sa land bank. But for the 400,000, sa kanya namin ipapangalan yung cheque. Now, it is up to him. Now, yun lang, papasok na yung financial na
literacy,
all the learnings, no? Na kung sana, doon talaga mapupunta yung 400,000. So may mga cases na sa iba na pupunta, kaya kailangan i-monitor talaga sila. So hanggang December na lang po tayo.
Hanggang December.
Oo.
May katanungan dito kung hindi ba talaga mangyari yung aabot ng 1 million yung top up?
May mga request, no? May mga request. Pero siguro sasabihin ko yan sa inyo, siguro in the coming days or months, no? Meron silang inihain na 3 pang mga loan programs. And sasabihin siguro if si Manager Dennis will approve my request, that I will be invited again, no? As soon as na ma-approve tong 2 local programs. Kasama doon yung sa GPAL. Meron silang pinopropose for GPAL, no? Kasi nakikita naman nila na may mga PLIs that are even granting 1 million. So, paano namin matatapatan yun? Ang end namin is to help improve the financial capacity of the teachers. Kasi 6% lang naman kami, and sila medyo mas mataas. Oo, mas mataas yung mga interest nila. So, at hindi na itong mga teachers naman, sabi nila, may mga teachers natin, ako lang I'm single, but I have so many utang because I am the breadwinner of the family. My parents are staying with me. Every time they get sick, I have to send them to the hospital, and I am the one paying for all their hospital bills. So, nailalabas yan during mga financial literacy. So, nakikita namin, if you are a teacher only earning 20 or 30,000, ikaw ang breadwinner, magkasakit si mama, papa, ikaw pa lahat, kulang talaga.
Single pa rin si Sir. So, katong mga naminaw, diyan na itong mga kadalagahan. No? Kaya bantog na makita na ko sa Facebook ni si Sir nga, katuloy yung mga alagang hero. Makita. So, palain tagamay, Sir. Kining naata na kasi natin pandemya karon. Kung sa may mga programa, katabang ninyo, kaya di man yun limod na to, no? Nga, may pili ko ning COVID. Maski government employee, igo mangyapon. Nagayta na balita nga, mga dagkong politiko, apil gapon. So, sa may mga programa nga ikatabang sa G6.
Okay, very good question. Thank you kaayo, Sir Lindo, no? Naatay upat, no? Inuna ko na kanina yung moratorium. We granted 2 moratoriums, and that are supposed to assist our members during the first part of the pandemic, no? That was in support of the Bayanihan Act 1 and 2. So nag-grant me og 2 moratoriums covering 6 months. And the second one, itong Bayanihan Fund for Frontliners. Naami additional 500,000 na ibibigay dun sa mga health workers, not necessarily health workers, but katong mga frontliners or workers in a frontline agency. So even if ikaw ay isang janitor working in a frontline agency, health frontline like a clinic, no, a rural health unit, ikaw ang janitor, and you get something happen to you, meron kang additional of 500,000. But for this, kailangan mamatay tayo, no? Meron tayong additional na 500,000 under the Bayanihan Fund for Frontliners. And then the third one is, ito yung last year we have given our members and even pensioners itong COVID emergency loan. If it was their first time, they will get 20,000. But if it's already their second time, meaning meron na silang emergency loan prior to the COVID na pandemic.
Hindi COVID related.
No,
hindi
meron silang before, we are giving an additional of 20,000, no? So, natapos ito last June 10. We have extended it twice already. Kasi tumaas man ang cases ng pandemic itong first part of the year, and so the board has decided to reopen this. Pero for 2 months hanggang June lang. And the fourth one,
last June.
Last June lang nito. So tapos na, no? And the fourth one, ito yung
Tapos hindi pa man tapos ang COVID, sir. Matapos na yung programa niyo.
We are waiting for the Bayanihan Act 3 ba yun, no? Hindi pa kasi kami nabigyan ng copy, I mean the whole of GSS. So, hindi namin alam kung saan kami pwedeng magbigay ng support, no, to the government. Now, but for the fourth one, ito yung under the EC program. Ang ating GSIS administered the fund for all for the public sector, sa lahat ng mga government sector. And this also applies sa ating mga workers, private workers, which SSS is administering also. So for EC, no, for mga pensioners natin, si Pangulong Duterte signed an administrative order number 39 in April this year, granting a one-time financial aid of 20,000 to all EC pensioners nationwide, no? Nationwide, there are over 12,000. But for Dipolog branch, under our coverage here, meron tayong 213. So kasama na dyan yung mga pensioners ng Misamis Occidental, and we are proud to inform, no, the everyone na as far as katong mga pensioners within Dipolog branch office, nagawa na namin lahat ng mga cheque nila, no? Nagawa na namin. Ang pwede dito tumanggap ay yung mga pensioners of EC who has been receiving pension during the pandemic time until present. Kasama na dito yung mga asawa ng mga sundalo, kasi itong EC, ito yung benefit na pension na ibinibigay doon sa mga nag-retire or namatay due to a work-related disease or injury, no? So mga sundalo, basta any work-related injury or disease, no? Now, sa mga active members like us, no, meron din tayong binibigay na benefit, no? So, kung ikaw ay active member and you were tested, you contracted the disease, meron din tayong ibinibigay na mga benepisyo under the EC program. Pero ito yung mga conditions, no? Dapat mayroong direct connection between the offending agent or event and the worker based on the epidemiology criteria. So, meaning healthcare workers, screening, and contact. One of the conditions lang yan. So, in general, no, example, kasi naitanong ko rin ito sa aming doktor, good morning, Doc Omamali, no? Naitanong ko rin sa kanya, kung ikaw ay isang worker, government worker, lumabas ka for lunch, say pumunta ka sa isang establishment, at nakuha mo yung virus doon, compensable ba yun? Makiklaim mo ba? The answer is yes. Kasi kailangan mo kasing necessity na kumain ka. Pero if you are working from home, kasi di ba, ngayon meron tayong mga alternative work arrangement, no? And you got the virus while you are working from home, the EC Commission clearly states, ruled out na hindi covered ang work from home. Only those who are working on site, no? Okay. So, ano man ang and even if you're on your way to the office, no? Kunyari in the morning, sumakay ka sa isang bus or isang basta public vehicle, doon yung nakuha ang virus, compensable pa siya. So, ano ang ibabayad ng GSIS, no? We are going to reimburse yung cost of the RT-PCR.
Dapat may resibo.
Dapat may resibo, no? Or even the positive test. Sorry. And then we will require yung certificate of quarantine. Kasi for every day that you are sinasabi natin on isolation or on quarantine, you are paid 200 pesos. No? So we will refund or reimburse to you the cost of the test, which is more or less 4,000 plus 200 for every day, no? Tapos in addition to that, no, kung you have decided to stay in a hotel or in a parang a private place that you pay, ang maximum lang na pwedeng bayaran under the EC benefit is 70 pesos a day. Konti lang pero pwede na, no? And then kung meron ding medicines na hindi na cover ng PhilHealth, we will also reimburse to you. You just submit to us kanang official receipts, no? Copy of the official receipts. So ang gagawin lang, together with the official receipts, the RT-PCR test, the certificate of quarantine from the municipal health officer or from the barangay, Usually ngayon 21 days man, no? And yun iba in-extend pa kasi yun ang bago ngayon na kanang protocol, no? Na in addition to this, meron tayong form na ipi-fill out and isa-submit sa amin. Doon
Applicable ba yan, sir, sa mga retirees?
Ang retirees katong financial aid lang.
Financial aid.
Financial aid lang. Kani sa mga active member siya. Kato 20,000 one time to siya.
Ano ang diferensya sa active member o sa retirees?
Kaning mga retirees pensyonado na ni. Pensyonado na ni or waiting na lang sa ilang resumption of the pension. Ang active members kay katong parehasta na sa gobyerno pa. Napatay sa gobyerno, so active pagyud ka sa imong trabaho. Gatrabaho pa ta. So, yes, yun lang ang easy form, no, makukuha sa atong sa website nato, no. So 20,000 one-time financial assistance sa atong mga kaning easy pensioners, katong mga pensioners that were whose retirement was approved due to a work-related injury or kaning disease. And then pwede po ang surviving spouse, no, kanang asawa sa mga pensioners. So and for the active members, no, wala tay sinasabi nating prescription. Wala tayong hindi na prescribe. So but mas maganda kung ma-apply din karon. And ang reckoning date natin, it is retroactive April last year. So tanan na positive last April until today, April 2020 pa ha, pwede pa mo apply.
Okay, excuse me, sir. Kining doon na may daghang klase sa mga loan, mag-console loan, unsa din mga calamity loan, wala gi-offer nga COVID-19 loan. Ang GSIS.
Kato na, yung sabi ko kanina nga 20,000 COVID emergency loan to siya.
Okay.
Oo, kato siya at 6% lang gihapon to. And kasama din doon ang katong mga pensioners. Pwede po sila mag-COVID-19 emergency loan, no? So, nahatag po nato to sa ila. And speaking of pensioners, no, naatay enhanced na, sir, nakalimutan ko to, no, bago din ito, enhanced pensioners loan. So, from 100,000, pwede na sila maka-loan up to 500,000. Subject, of course, to their capacity to pay. Oo.
Okay.
So, kay nakita naman din namin na ang ating mga pensioners
regardless of age.
Well, yes, regardless of age din. Ang ano talaga dito, ang principal or prime consideration is yung capacity to pay nila.
Ilan ka years to pay?
2 years to pay lang po siya.
Dako po deduction.
Lucky. Pero covered siya by atong redemption insurance. Kung naay mahitabo sa iya, considered paid ang ilang loan.
Okay, very good. Pero that is only applicable for those who are retirees while
receiving na.
Receiving. While katong mga waiting for sa resumption, o dili pa pwede.
Ulat lang gamay. Your time will come, hinga na nato, no?
Okay.
Siguro pag time na nato, mas marami na talagang kanang avenues, no, loan avenues, loan opportunities. Kay nakita nato karon ang mga lolo ug lola tabang pud sila sa aral sa kanilang mga apo, no. So sobrang ganun ang attachment sa ganito talagang culture natin mga Pilipino. We help each other, no. And it's a good na kanang value na bayanihan, parang tulungan, no, among the family members.
Yung concern, you made the card, madali lang mo yung mag-ano.
Ay, oo. We have been meeting also, no, separately, exclusively with mga land bank executives, no. Hello to Ma'am AVP Madel, si Manager Jong, si Manager Noel, ato ni kasi formerly na taga land bank din ako. So si Manager sino na ba? Si Edgar sa Sindangan, si Manager Robus, lahat sila, mga 7 of them, no. Hello to mga land bankers nato. We in fact anytime next week we have a scheduled meeting with the land bank executives, and malaki na po ang improvement, no. Dati kasi, no, with Union Bank, we were given parang a machine, printing machine in every branch. So, within the day, nakukuha nyo kagad yung UMID card nyo. But that was only for yung massive enrollment time, no? After a while, the printing center, the printing machine was transferred back to the home office, kaya doon na yung ano natin. So, fast forward, no? We partner when we started with the e-card, our depository bank was Union Bank of the Philippines, no? But because of mga complaints, mga feedbacks about the minimum number and the presence of the banks in across the country, we have partnered again with Land Bank. So in 2011, members were given the option to transfer their accounts from Union Bank to Land Bank. So sa ato karon, kung mag-apply ka karon og UMID card, tanan na naka-default na siya, Land Bank na siya. So as to how long does it take for a card to be printed, sa among sabot, no, sa among kontrata, ang nakalagay talaga doon is 7 working days.
So, mag-apply ka
UMID card?
UMID card sa Land Bank na diretso?
Yes.
O,
Hindi. Sa
GSIS pa?
Dati, sa GSIS, pero ang depository bank nato karon is Land Bank na. Sila na ang atong bangko. Sa tanan, sa mga loans mo adto dito, mga pension dito, yun. Kasi paperless naman ta. Like, cashless, I mean. Beginning 2013, dili lang loans mo credit sa e-card. Pati imong pension, imong retirement proceeds of over 1 million usually, diha mo credit. Kay wala na mi check eh. We do not anymore disburse through checks. Tanan na diha sa imong e-card. That is why kailangan alagaan talaga nila ang ating UMID card. But ito ang nangyayari, Manager Dennis, like because of the pandemic, there was even a time that our Land Bank home office in charge of printing the cards was closed for a month because almost all of them got the virus. Oh, so, and I think alam naman lahat ng mga, most of us know what is happening doon sa Metro Manila area, no? Nag-ECQ balik, nag-MECQ balik, and it affected the operations. So we expect also delays, no, in the printing of the card, no. Now as to the UMID at saka temporary card, no, meron din issue diyan on yung sa CRN, common reference number. Kasi kapag ka UMID card ang imuhang card, pwede ka makatransact sa kiosk. Pero kung ang imong card is temporary card, which yun ang gina-issue namin lately, ang imo lang, di ka maka-kiosk, through online lang ka, mag-submit ka through over the counter, but as far as for all its intents and purposes, nandyan yan, embedded in that card. Meaning, lahat ng mga pribilehiyo nimo naagyapon diya. Ang dili lang nimo mahimo is dito lang yun sa kiosk. Kato lang yun.
Anong mo issue pa man mo og temporary card?
Kay because unang-una, ang ating UMID card is composed of 4 agencies. It's a consortium. Upat nga ahensya yan. SSS, GSIS, PhilHealth, and the Philippine Statistics Authority. Ang atong Philippine Statistics Authority is in charge of issuing the common reference number. Kanang common reference number, usa lang na siya for all these 3 agencies. Now, in, I think, last quarter of 2020, they reported a malfunctioning situation or condition sa kanilang verification system. So, it stopped the issuance of that, which stopped the issuance of the common reference number. Kaya, hindi sila makapag-issue ng UMID card. So, ang GSIS, to address that problem, kasi marami na ring mga requests from the members na di sila makaloan kaya wala mo card. Ang inihimo na mo was to issue mo na temporary card. Free of charge gyapon na siya. free of charge. And after a while, kung ma-replace na siya with the UMID card, katong na-chip na yun, free of charge gihapon. Pero the moment na mawala siya, makalimot ka sa imong PIN, or it got destroyed, you will be charged a certain amount, no? Sa atong land bank, I think it's 250, and kung Union Bank, it's 300 pesos. Depende na, baka nagbago ng karon.
Okay, na-charges kung mawala ang card.
Yes.
Kung malimtan lang ang
Or issue,
malimtan ang PIN,
it's
the same?
tantamount to a lost e-card, no? Kasi hindi yun
so the member will be issued another
card.
card. Okay.
So
what will happen if ang member na ay temporary card tapos naabot na ang UMI card? What will happen to the temporary card?
It automatically is
Be returned
disabled to siya. Hindi, pwede naman i-keep, pero the account will be disabled in favor of the new card. So, ato pa to, i-on sa to mo ganihan ka ng question nga about yung sa nawala, ano ba?
Nawala ang card o nalimtan ang PIN?
Kung nalimtan ang PIN, the bank allows 3 times na over-transaction na over-the-counter transactions.
Over-the-counter,
But in addition but more than that, they will already require that you request for the replacement. Kasi yung iba, baka ay ano ko lang ba, na-misplace ko lang. Sabi, kasi pumunta ako doon, nakalimutan ko, baka nasa bulsa ko lang, di ko na matanda, no, baka nasa office. So, hindi mo na sila nagre-request. So, the bank allows 2 or 3 times the maximum na makapag over-the-counter ka, no?
Using the account number.
Using the same account number.
Okay.
Kaya mangita manggut sila, mangita pa daw sila, but i-search pa nila. Kung di na yun nila ma-locate, that's the time na mag-request na sila for replacement. Especially kung napay kwarta. O napay kwarta sa imong UMID card, no? Especially mga pensioners, natay pensioners, dako pa kayong kwarta, 100 plus thousand. Di man nila i-withdraw tanan.
Pero ang kuan, mag-request sila another card, kinahanglan magyapon tong murag affidavit of loss.
Yes. We will require the affidavit of loss and the amount. Sa bangko na yan diretso.
Amount?
300 pesos. Mabayad replacement fee
charges.
or replacement cost. Yes.
300, no? Mahal. Okay, on the other hand, sa laing bahin, halimbawa, usa ka member sa GSIS kay kining government employee, trabaho siya mga 5 years sa government, tapos nagbalhin sa private, dili na pwede i-continue sa window ang kuan, ang membership sa GSIS, o pwede, o para sa SSS ba? Na pwede nga mag-window lang.
Okay. That's a good question, no? Sana we have a lot of time kasi pag-uusapan naman natin ngayon yung mga benefits, no? And starting with your question about the retirement benefits, no? So, prior to June or August of 2003, no? We allow that practice, no? Na you got out of the government and then you opted to pay, no?
Continue.
To continue payment. But after August of 2003, we implemented the premium-based policy. I think naging ano nyo to. I mean, kasi naging controversial ito. Kasi this was the time of our PGM Winston F. Garcia. Talagang maraming pagbabago ginawa niya during his time, and one of this is, but for the record, no, itong e-card na system ng GSS, we have the parang we are the first in Asia to be adopting this e-card, no? So karangalan din natin to, no? We have that parang honor of being the first in the whole of Asia to be implementing the e-card system. Yung iba nag-follow na. So along with that, we adopted the premium based policy based on the what you get is what you paid for. So etong example, kayo dalawa, you rendered 5 years. Si Sir rendered 15 years. After 15 years, no, you will be receiving the same benefit. So, it's not going to be fair. Siyempre, ikaw magbabayad ka
Bago
lang.
lang, bago.
Magbabayad ka lang for the 10 years. Samantalang siya, nagtrabaho talaga siya. Tapos after 15 years, pare-pareho lang talaga kayo ng benefits. So, parang it doesn't sound fair. So, based on that principle nga of equity, we discontinued yung payment even after the actual render of government service. However, meron tayong law that we can apply. Ang tinatawag natin dyan is the portability law, RA 7966, no? Wherein it allows the combination of your services in GSI, in the private with the government. So sa ato pa, kung naa kay 5 years na government service,
Plus.
for you to be able to enjoy yung lifetime pension sa GSIS, kailangan mo ng additional na 10 years. And makukuha mo yan kung naa kay contribution equivalent to that SSS. Pero ito nasa boundary ka eh. Kasi that law has a condition na dapat hindi ka qualified to retire under any of the two systems. Ang sa SSS requires at least 10 years
Of contribution.
Ang GSIS naman ay 15 years, no? So, kung naka 10 years na ka sa SSS, qualified na ka. So, di na nimo ma-apply. So, kung 5 years ka, ang makuha lang nimo sa amo is a cash payment only. Pero, lagi ko itong sinasabi sa ating mga government workers na, make it their goal to complete at least 15 years of service. Because the benefit doesn't stop with you kung naka-lifetime pension ka na. Should something happen to you, the pension, half of your pension will be transferred to your surviving spouse and the other half goes to your children. Kasi meron kaming mga dependent pension, no? So, going back to doon sa example, kailangan 6 years ka sa government, tapos 9 years ka, and then it's up to you, no? Kung gusto ka sa GSIS, we will be using all of those services. Tapos, kung sa SSS lang, kukunin natin yung 1 year sa GSIS. Pero, mas malaki manggod ang pension sa GSIS. Ang minimum natin is 5,000. That's the minimum. Walang pensioner ngayon dito sa GSIS, ng GSIS.
Below 5.
Below 5.
Monthly pension.
Monthly pension. Samantalang sa SSS, I think it's 3, no? 3 sila, 2 or 3. 2 or 3. So, mas maayo gihapon sa GSIS ka mag-loan. In case you will be, post.
So, sa portability law, halimbawa, 5 years sa GSIS, 10 years sa SSS, so pwede na sa GSIS maging...
Pero in that particular nga case, sir, qualified naman ka sa SSS, kaya naka 10 years ka, so dito na gyud ka what you will now do is to apply for a pension sa SSS, tapos cash payment lang na 5 years. Ang cash payment is an amount that will be given to you based on the number of years that you have rendered in the government service. It's a one-time lang.
One time sa
GSIS.
So, ang lifetime pension sa SSS na. So, dili pwede nga sa GSIS, doble di pwede.
Dili ka kuan. Kaniyang retirement mo.
Pero that can happen also kung
makumpleto
po nimo ang 10 years.
15 years.
15 years.
Plus 10 dito. Okay.
Pwede.
Muna ginahimo sa uban nga mga government employees.
Naaman pud ko kay when I started kato sa land bank ko lang man kanang job order contractual na ami SSS. So ako lang continue karon as self-employed. gamay lang, 300 a month lang ko, pero siguro pag abot na ko mga 50,
Hapit na ang 10 years.
Dapat para naapot tayo.
Mga technique na po diya. Kaya latest man. Ang latest man.
In the same manner, sa ato sa GSIS, ang last 3 years po ang atong gina-base, more than half, no, ang basis natin. Like, kung mag-retire ko karon 2021, ang sweldo na gagamitin is from 2018. 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020, tapos 2020, 2021. So, tanan mga sweldo na ko from September 2018 to September 2021 divided by 36, tapos a certain number of factor. Kana ang basis na
pension.
Imong pension.
So, naay misconception ang uban na, sir, kay ang ilang pagtuo is ang basihan 3 years back sa ilang salary nga mo kuan sila na mo'y ma-receive nila nga retirement. Computon di ay. Average of 3 years.
Average of 3 years plus kanang natay sa balaod nato kung naka 36 years na ka sa gobyerno, automatic ang computation is 90% of your last 3 years in the service. Kunyari, 50,000 ang imong average monthly compensation kanang last 3 years ba, i-add nimo divided by 36, 50,000 times 90%, 45,000 imong monthly pension for life. Kung naka 36 years na ka. So marami tayong mga ganun.
Kung wala pang 36, ang divisor.
Natay ratio and proportion ay 80% lang or 85%.
Okay, so last 3 years total divided by
36 or 3 years or 36 months or 3 years.
Months. Okay, 3 years man.
Tapos automatic kung naka 36 years na ka, nakasugod siguro ka sa gobyerno mga 20 years or younger na mga 22, 23, at the age of 60, 45% tayo. 90% or 45,000 kung 50,000. Ang kagandahan niyan is tax-free man. And then every year naapay pension increase. Amounting to more or less 1.5% of your monthly pension. So binibigyan din yan. Meron tayong sinasabing cash gift every December after the 5 years.
Imuha, Sir Dens.
Ano sa ba si Sir mo?
Wala dugay pa kayo. Okay. Ang SSS, doon na sila murag increase sa mga pensioner nga 1,000 man siguro. O ang GSIS, doon na ba yung inana po?
Meron tayong binigyan increase din. Yung mga, pero ang covered by this increase are those receiving less than 5,000. Ang katong mga 3,000, gihimo silang 5,000. So, tanan karon 5,000
wala na yung below 5,000.
Binigyan sila ng konting percentage increase lang. Yung mga 5,000, between 5,000 to 6,000 or to 8,000, binigyan sila a certain amount of increase. Wala na tayo ngayon tumatanggap ng below 5,000. So, parang inakyat lahat ng mga 3,000, 2,000.
To 5,000.
Usually, ang benefited, those that were really benefited from this increase ay yung mga PNP na mga pensioners natin. Kasi mababa talaga yung mga pension nila. 1.5 lang, 1.8. So, karon 5,000 na sila. Katong mga nag-retire prior to 1997.
So, 5,000. Wala na bang increase pang kuan?
Meron po. Yung kasasabi ko lang, 1.5%.
1.5.
So
Yearly ba yun? Or one time?
Yes, yearly.
Yearly? Okay.
Ano na to? Murag pang Jollibee na, every month. Pwede na. Dakong tabang na, especially sa atong mga kaning mga apo nato na kabalo naman po ang apo na pag pension na minsan times equals times 1.5. Tingnan natin. Parang more than enough na. Times 1.5%. 75 pesos.
75?
Okay na. 75 pesos every. But for a year, 7 times 12.
Times 12.
Times 12.
75 times 12.
900 pesos. Yeah. Pero yan na. The following year, musaka naman imong pension. Dito na po mag 1.5.
Base na po.
Base na mo another
yearly
yearly.
Okay. Hindi pero ang SSS parang
hindi,
lang man.
Kasi medyo mas mataas ang ating kita sa kanila, no? Mas mataas.
1.5 lang
Yes,
ang
sir.
increase.
Pero there are mga years na mas mataas yan. Depende yan sa kita. No? In 2018, masyado mataas ang income ng GSIS because we earn so much from the stock market. Kaya lang in 2019, parang bumaba ang stock market kasi we also invest yung mga pera ng GSIS para doon natin kukunin yung pangbayad sa mga pensions, mga retirement.
So, sinabi mo na yung mga police, mga retirees na uniform personnel, mas binigyan ng pabor, no? Mas malakas.
They were
mataas.
benefited from the increase, yung minimum increase
So,
natin.
5.
Kasi nakita ko, ang uncle ko, 1,008 lang ang pension niya.
Okay.
Tapos nung 2015, tinaas nila yung mga pension to 5,000. So, magkano yon? More than double. 1,800 to 5,000.
So,
pero namatay na si uncle last May.
Survivor.
Rest in peace.
Survivor. Pero,
Patay
so
na.
5,000 na, no? Lahat, 5,000 na.
Ang survivor will get 2,500 now. 2,500 na lang.
2.5 sana. Kung minor.
Hindi. Ang surviving spouse will get 2,500 kung meron pa silang anak.
Anak, minor or yung kwan?
Pwede. Ang dependents pension are given to children who are 18 years old and below. Meron tayong mga special na mga physically challenged or mentally challenged. Basta katong mga ganong klaseng mga bata na lifetime po na to ibibigay, no? So, kasama din yan.
Pero ang sa survivorship, pag mag-asawa ulit yung kwan, survivor, mawala na yun.
Yes. Not unless kung widow or widower. Pwede. Meron tayo isa dito na principal, na namatay naman yung asawa niya, tapos nung time na nag-pension na siya, nag-asawa siya ulit, at namatay siya early this COVID, entitled yun kasi nag-asawa man siya. And at the time of marriage, widower siya. So, entitled siya. Basta meron talaga. Kasi ang ating benefits manager is based man sa atong Family Code of the Philippines. Governed by the Family Code of the Philippines. So, kung ikaw ay single, under the law, wala gyud kay pensyon. Wala gyud pensyon. Pero kung ikaw ay married, automatic, muadto na sa imong bana or asawa. Oo.
Pero kung katuntuang mag-ipon-ipon lang, pensionado.
Really good. Ang anak, kung acknowledge, no, na may makita diya sa birth certificate, kasi may mga birth certificate na walang pirma din, so hindi natin talaga mabibigyan yun ng meron tayong mga ganon. But also sa GSIS, we also recognize, sir, yung mga Muslim marriages, mga Subanen marriages, wherein they are allowed to marry more than once, no? So kasama din sila sa mga ibibigay natin na mga benepisyo.
Okay. Manager, may tanong dito. Sa yung survivor, no? Survivor, hindi ba qualify sa yung cash gift sa Christmas, ano? Wala sila matanggap.
Before meron tayong kasama sila sa ibinibigay, no? Depende yan sa Board of Trustees. But during the time of PGM Winston, diniscontinue na rin sila. So, wala na sila except yung kalahati na lang ng pensyon. And even yung cash gift nila sa December, tinanggalan na rin. Wala na rin silang loan privileges. Only the half of the pension na dati tinatanggap ng kanilang asawa.
Okay. So,
pero dito sa easy pensioner, bibigyan din sila ng 20,000. Same sa old age, katong mga easy pensioners. Yung sa binigay ni President Duterte for COVID, no?
Sa COVID.
Regardless whether basta pensioner siya ng easy, old age or survivorship, entitled siya to 20,000 kung receiving siya as of today.
So, dapat magka-COVID sila, no?
Hindi na. For pensioners, dili kinanglan.
Di na kinanglan.
Kay tabang ni siya, tabang lang yun.
Kahit na hindi nagka-COVID?
Yes.
Basta
sila? Pensioner ka karon, bibigyan ka ng 20,000. Pero katong mga active members karon, no? Ito lang, no? Sa ngayon we have like sabi ni Dr. kahapon, 500 na daw nag-apply. Pero based sa mga queries ko, mga daghan naman na positive siguro all over the Misamis Occidental and province of Del Norte. So, in-encourage ko na i-apply for this benefit.
Okay.
Kanang survivor, hindi qualify sa incentives.
Easy, meron sila 20,000. Oo.
20 yapon?
20,000, basta easy pensioner na asa, nata.
Easy pensioner.
Oo, easy pensioner.
Okay.
20,000 financial assistance.
Unsa yang easy?
Employees compensation.
Employees compensation.
Usually ang mga survivor mga asawa sa mga sundalo. O yan.
Sa asawa sa mga government employee din.
Asawa po sa government employee.
Okay.
Pero kadalasan yung mga work related
requirements pag apply.
Pag easy automatic yan, i-transfer yan, 'di ba? Sabi ko pag ikaw ay old age at namatay ka, yun ang kagandahan kasi matransfer ang imong mga benepisyo sa imong asawa o mga anak, no? Pero pag ikaw ay isang old age pensioner, example, teacher ka, nagkasakit ka, throat, may problema ka sa throat, no? Naka-cancer ka or whatever, which rendered you no longer fit to work, pwede ka mag-apply for an easy pension or retirement under the easy.
Pero katong mga matanda na mga pensioner or survivor hindi
meron kaming listahan. We were given the list by the Employees Compensation Commission, and sabi ko nga kanina, I am happy and proud to inform everyone na kanang gawa na namin lahat ang mga cheque nila, ready na siya for release, no? Nasabihan na rin namin sa kanila, and yung iba kinukuha na nila yung
So pick up na.
for pick up na. No, for pick up na siya. Except for ito, no, hindi kasi sila mga members ng GSIS. Ang easy pensions some of these are not members, like asawa sila sa sundalo. So wala pa sila unit card. Pero katong mga members who are also easy pensioners, meron man tayo diyan, we have like mga government workers na meron silang sakit sa osteoporosis or katong mga work related mga nasili pension gyapon nga matatanggap kanon. So e-card lang to.
So balikan ako gamay sa bayad sa COVID, kay hapit na po natong time. Na mga ilang ko may update anang na may tungod sa na pa ba tong computer loan para sa inyong mga kay murag so ibay man good necessity naman is mga teachers karon.
Nakalimutan
work
ko,
from home.
kasama din pala yan sa COVID na ginhawa program. We have offered this loan in support sa atong initiative sa atong civil service at saka sa DepEd. Civil service because of the implementation of the alternative work arrangement wherein makatrabaho ka right in the comfort or safety of your home, no? So kung wala kay computer, pwede ka maka-loan sa GSIS, pwede for a gadget, no, like gusto kang bumili kung meron ka na computer, basta any related sa imo.
Pila ang maximum amount?
30,000 lang po.
30,000?
Oo, 30,000 tapos 3 years to pay siya, no? I think 983 lang a month.
40 man ka pinaron ang mga
sa mga land bank daw, no? Pero sige lang, siguro baka ma-review pa rin yan, no? Now, another we offer this one also because to support din yung distance learning ng ating mga DepEd mga kanang officials, because until today wala pa naman tayong face to face na classes, and so kailangan ng mga computer na mga para to support, no, to in aid sa kanilang virtual na learning. And so kung wala, pwede rin nila ma-avail yan until December lang din yan. December 2021 along with GPAL. So please, no, kung hindi pa po nakapag-avail, pwede pong mag-apply nito.
Okay, so manager, medyo mubo ra gyud ang duha ka oras para magisgot-hisgot sa mga kalihukan sa GSIS, no? Pero hinaot nga sunod panahon amo kang maimbita og balik no, pero before ka nako pangayuan sa imong katapusang statement, amo sa kang pasidunggan ining certificate of recognition. This certificate is awarded to Leon Cito S. Manuel in recognition of his invaluable contribution as guest during Sayri ang Lungsod program on Sunday 9 to 11 in the morning at RPN DXKD Dipolog for sharing his valuable information and insights as GSIS Manager Dipolog Field Office in relation to the issues and concern of the members amidst COVID-19 pandemic. So given this 50 of September 2021 at RPN DXKD Conference Hall, signed Lindo, Roda, host and panelists, and of course signed by Dennis Garay, Station Manager and panelists. Sir.
Thank you. Sige. Yes. Wow, salamat ka na Nani Diriul. Gwapo kayo, ha? I am really honored, no? Thank you, Sir Lindo, at saka si Manager Dennis.
Only in DXKD lang yan.
You submit your your proposal.
Ready na.
Very good.
Automatic.
Basta yung mga questions ko yung reach.
So,
sige, ako
salamat kayo sir, no? Kay diri lang kita sa DXKD di lang yun magpanapol og mainbitaran kay tagaan na mga certificate of recognition.
The first, no? In almost 3 years of my stay here, assignment here, this is the first time that I was awarded this certificate of recognition by a media partner. So, thank you so much, no? On behalf of the Dipolog branch office, I would like to express my gratitude, no, to the management of staff of RPN DXKD, Sir Lindo and Manager Dennis for the invitation, no. I hope this is the start of a more fruitful partnership, no. I am very much thankful and recognize also your great help, no, in disseminating mga vital information that I believe kasi information is a form of empowerment sa atong mga members. The more they know about specific information about their membership, the better it is for them, no? Para hindi sila they will not be parang sasabihin nila confused or be marami kasi mga kwento naririnig and so mas maganda yung naririnig nila yung straight right from the horse's mouth, kumbaga, no? Kung ano ang mga kaganapan. The direction now of GSIS is digital. And so, yung kanina manager, yung GSIS Touch is one of the only mga digital platforms that GSIS will be launching in the coming days. Plus, yung mga loan programs, no? Na sana maimbitahan ulit ako dito, Manager and Sir Lindo.
Automatic.
Now, I would like also to take this opportunity to thank our stakeholders, no? I have already mentioned our SDS, na Schools Division Superintendent. I would like also to thank, no, the two governors under my helm, no? Si Governor Philip Tan and our governor here, and the other LGU mayors na for their support and cooperation sa lahat ng mga programa ng GSIS, no. I was in Siocon last month, no. We resumed the operation of our service desk, no. And I am thankful also to mayor to the two mayors there, no, and the other mayors who are in that area. Maraming salamat for making my stay here in Dipolog branch most memorable, no. Ang dami nating ginawa na siguro hindi makakalimutan ng ating mga members, no. Particularly itong mga pagpunta ko sa mga radio stations, and I am happy that itong RPN DXKD has given me this recognition, no, the certificate of recognition. This is the first time that I got, and I'm very much thankful, no, and looking forward to more guestings, no. Okay, so thank you very much, and God bless us all. Stay safe and healthy.
Sa ngalan sa Sayri ang Lungsod ug sa ng RPN DXKD, kini na lamang inyong bugtong sunoy sa kahanginan. Pauban na atong station manager, Mr. Tugaok Lindo Roda, ang mingon hantod na usab sa sunod Domingo pohon magdinunggan ta pinagi nitong programa Sayri ang Lungsod. Studio, take it away.